Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to Radio Free Wall Street. And this is our daily update. And we have a lot of cool shit to talk about. It is a kind of poetic justice moment. Donald Trump, he's 70 years old. He kind of has maybe a different view of women than what the modern times suggest. And we have the most women running for office in history. And they're kicking ass, by the way. And I don't think they like the pincher-in-chief, you know. I think some of these women have been through hell, and they're now going to come to power. And Donald, it's payback time, buddy. See, Donald Trump's had a really bad week. He's got Cohen that's blowing and going and singing a song to a federal prosecutor, and he is telling stories, and he's lining up witnesses for them. He's got testimony, he's got tapes, he's got checks. Oh, I mentioned he has tapes. Do, re, mi, mo, do, 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 do. What was that? Oh, that's Donald Trump warming up. Donald, did you do something bad? So he has that problem. Then he's got the head of his campaign, the man, and the second man in the campaign, and those two are fighting among each other about how they were dividing up Russian profits. And oh, wait, I tried to make loans from Russian oligarchs, and he owed money to them during the election. He went and visited them and told them that I'm working with Donald Trump, and I'll be glad to give you the information. And they went, buddy, you know. So you think that, you know, now I'm sure it's a deep state conspiracy, and nobody cares, and Donald Trump doesn't care, because there was no collusion, please. There was no collusion. No one has proven collusion. Donald, you haven't gone before the Senate yet. You haven't gone before the House. You haven't given your testimony yet, so they ain't going to tell you how they're going to screw you. See, Donald's got this crazy idea that, well, these are not about Russian collusion. No, you don't understand, Don. This is a prosecutor. He knows how big your foot is, and he knows how far you got your head up your ass, and he's going to do an extraction on you, and he's smart enough not to tip his hand. So you, Donald, you got a problem. But just when things couldn't get any worse, I mean, it's like my lawyer taped my calls and gave them to the special prosecutor. Yeah, right. Bummer. Oh, bummer. Oh, bummer. Oh. And in that tape, I'm colluding with my lawyer on how to pay off this girl, the bunny rabbit girl. Do they come with a white tail back there on birth, or is that kind of like an operation? Like the Hooter girls, you seen the Hooter girls? They offer them a free implants for the breasts because they don't come that way out of the factory. Hoot, hoot, hoot. And worst chicken wings in the world. The original one was in Clearwater, Florida, I believe. And I was there. I got to tell you. Yeah. I can remember one time at Hooters, and there's this kind of like hillbilly-looking guy, right? Tourist. He's there with his wife and like 3 kids are screaming all that shit, and he can't keep his eyes off these girls' breasts. And she's smacking me. What are you looking at? Nothing, honey. So he leaves a $5 tip on the table. She grabs it, leaves a quarter. You ain't giving that bitch that kind of money. So for some reason, that scene is reminiscent of Donald Trump. I don't know how I make this correlation in my brain, but Donald. So the point is that the elections did not go well, and projections are pretty convincing that Donald, you're going to lose the House. See, the House, that's where they have hearings, and that is where they're going to ask you to testify, and they're going to go, your son, he might as well just get a room down there. So just go down. Now, listen, you want to hear this side? This has gotten so bad that the Senate is like a 50-50 now. Normally, the Senate was regarded as a slam dunk Donald Trump. Can you imagine? Now, I know it's a deep state conspiracy, but I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if it's a no state conspiracy. I don't care if every FBI agent has got a picture of Donald Trump tattooed on their arms with a knife going through the head. I don't care. He got himself a problem. Oh, Don, you having a bad week, bro. And And Don. It's called impeachment. Yeah. It's called hang you out to dry. So Donald Trump moved a whole lot closer to what I call his date with destiny. Agree, disagree. Now, let's go down the fantasy island, because we know it can't happen. It's a deep state conspiracy, and Hannity and Dershowitz. Oh, yeah, that's the guy I want. Oh, do you hear about the Dean Dream? Hannity, Dershowitz, and the Giuliani. Is that the best you could do, Donald? Don, no. You're in trouble. So, like I said, I don't give a shit about the deep state conspiracy. What I care about is the fact that Donald, he's got a problem. Oh, Donald. He's really pissed. In fact, that's why we got the sanctions with Iran. And I don't know. I think he really has to nuke somebody. Maybe you can. I know he can nuke the special prosecutor with the football. Get political asylum in Russia. Oh, by the way, there's a little guy on the scene who was the conduit at WikiLeaks who leaked all the leaks. And I understand that since he is now in solitary confinement in the Ecuadorian embassy, that he says that, maybe he can remember where he got that shit from. Oh, Donald, can you imagine this? So things are looking real ugly. And those women, I don't think they would appreciate Donald Trump trying to pinch them. And I think they'd like to show Donald that he can't do whatever he wants. And I think this is moving into a situation where, see, you got, remember I told you God's favorite color is stupid? Yeah. He painted the whole world stupid. And I told you about, remember you had Reagan's silent majority? Well, you got Trump's stupid majority. Now, I'm stupid. Now, there's a little itsy-bitsy problem. The stupids are kind of waking up that maybe sanctions are not helping them, and the tax break bonanza with billionaires didn't give any bigger of a paycheck. They're kind of scratching and go, well, now, where the hell's that money I was supposed to get there, boy? I don't see shit. So they're kind of figuring that. It takes a little while. I mean, they're kind of slow on the uptake. But then you got this other group that is these are the smart minority. And the smart minority really were too busy many years to take politics real seriously. And the smart minority are primarily college educated. They tend to be independent. They're not actually conservatives. They certainly aren't libs. And there's something in the middle, and they swing both ways. Well, they're going, we got to do something about this shit now. It's getting out of hand. So those people are now starting to take politics seriously. They are a lot of females in that group that don't like this pinching shit one little bit. And they're from a different generation where you didn't put up with that crap, right? And they don't like it one bit. And so Donald Trump is automatically an enemy. And man, I tell you what, these women are really riled up. I mean, they're taking this shit real personal, like, oh, Donald. Yeah, they don't particularly like Billy Bob in a pickup truck either, because they had a couple run-ins with him. So now these people are starting to like, we got to stop Donald Trump. And he's lost the House, no doubt about it. And then, did I mention the Senate race is 50-50? By the way, that at one time was a locked-up guaranteed deal. Now, I can tell you that if I was Dandy Don, I would no shit be worried about this crap. No, seriously, I'd be worried, And now, I know it's a deep state conspiracy, but let me tell you, you get over that shit. You know he did this shit. I know he did this shit. I don't give a shit, but he gives a shit. And now, Don's got a problem. He's going to have to soft pedal this somehow. He's got to come out of this thing in these elections. And I got to be honest with you, I don't see how he does it. Like at this point in the politics in America, I don't give a shit if Donald Trump's president or Bozo the Clown or Hannity or the Three Stooges. I long since stopped caring. But what I know is that Donald has got a great big problem. He has made a lot of enemies. And I don't see the blacks kind of going to the voting booth for him. And the Latinos, well, I'm sure they'll get a couple to, go ahead and talk about how they love Donald Trump. But, no, I would say after the DACA, the one for me was the little 3-year-old girl crying as she was torn her mother's arm as they're taking her shoelaces off. If that was me, that'd be my campaign poster. Kinder, gentle America, huh? With truth, liberty, and justice for all. In a mockery of that. Then I would get that lady that got the $1.50. Remember that $1.50 she got? Oh, Donald, I save the $1.50 by taxes every week. Right out of your paycheck, that whole $1.50. Wow. I get her on there, just let her talk about 10 minutes, that cook is goose. And then I would get like Stormy. I'd have Stormy tell the story about the spanking and the Playboy Bunny Rabbit girl. Yeah, I think that would play real well among those female audiences, hardworking females that were not able to get jobs and not get promotions and were putting up with harassment and all that shit. And now, it's payback time, buddy. So I would say that there's a huge backlash, the rise of the female politician. Now, I can't think of a worse guy to run against females. Oh, you pinch? They'll let you do whatever you want? Really? So, do I think these gals are like going to do a number on Donald Trump? Shit. Is there any chance they're not? So Donald's got a problem. And yesterday, well, I have to admit that as I've been watching the stories unfold, you have too, I kind of went, oh shit, your lawyer's got tapes. That was all shit. And then when they played the tape and Donald Trump tried to explain that it wasn't what it said and the tape was tampered, I like that one. Or how about the one where he changed the words, the explanation, Yeah, what I meant to say was, I'm a freaking idiot. I don't know what the hell. I'm so sorry. Oh, boy, don't be mad. See, Donald Trump's got that doorknob problem, with Putin. And, like people just got to... Uh-oh, Donald. Do you have visions that could be you? Buddy, don't take it personal. So there we go. Then we go that road. And so I would say, again, Donald Trump's had a big, bad problem. The trial started. And I can tell you that it may be a nothing burger, but his son, he don't think it's such a nothing burger. And his son-in-law, well, he don't think it's such a nothing burger either. So you know how I see this? Straight out, the House is lost. Now, I think there's a good chance they lose the Senate. Now, if he loses the House, they're gonna have so much fun ripping him a new place, pinch hole, maybe. Yeah, pinch hole. Yeah, pinch hole. And can you see him confronting on every step of the way these new politicians? It's going to be ugly. So you can forget about anything getting done. Deep state, restate, whatever, it's over. Now, there's more. Now he's losing the House. You got the Senate. Now, I can tell you that there are a lot of people who are loyal conservative Republicans, by the way, that are not so sure if it's not in the best interest of America to just kind of let this guy go down. Yeah. As in throw him to the wolves. Oh, Donald. Not the wolves, buddy. Yeah, it's becoming a real deal about Donald Trump. And like I said, a lot of loyal Americans are really questioning how far they're willing to go. Donald, could they be maybe planning on, selling you out? Donald, could your own party help throw your ass out of office? Don, what are you going to do about that? So now I see Donald Trump, and this is a very important point I want to make to you. I see him getting more and more desperate by the day. Now, I know the deep state says it's steady as you go and all that stuff. But, guys, I really regard this as Mr. President that is in deep doo-doo. And more, I don't think he knows what to do. And I see him making a lot of mistakes. Not the Don. Yeah, Don making mistakes. Oh, Donald, buddy. Donald, how did this happen? How did you get yourself in such serious problems? Well, my answer is because he's a dumb shit. Look, let's talk straight. He is running a campaign as a media mogul. He's running a campaign where he is the star of the show. Now, I can tell you that more and more people are truly starting to see through Donald Trump. Guys, you can't ignore this. You can't just say this is no big deal. More and more Trump is getting himself in deeper shit, and more he's getting very desperate. Now, what do I see desperate Donald Trump doing? Well, you've seen this China trade war, okay? China is not going down without a fight. And if I was, let's talk straight. You're China, right? And you're a pretty smart operator, and you realize Donald Trump, and you go, well, maybe we'd be better off if there was just no Donald Trump. Bye, Donald. So why should we get in a hurry doing any deal? Presidents don't last forever. Donald, did you hear what they said? They said you didn't last forever, buddy. So there could be a strategy that goes, why sweat it? Wait a year or so. Trump's gone. We'll get a better deal with the next guy. Donald, they're not taking you serious, buddy. And it's all, now whatever his problems were, and however much the thinking goes in the direction of Donald Trump may have some fatal flaws that will not be able to operate as president forever, and that maybe he will be gone, and we might be able to get another deal with the best person. And last night, showing that the election necessarily will not go Donald Trump's way, went a long way to emboldening his adversaries not, I repeat, not to do a deal with him. Oh, Donald, they're not taking you serious, buddy. I don't think there's any negotiation with Donald Trump. I don't think it behooves anyone to try to work with him anyway. And I think that he will become more stubborn, and to put it very frankly, more insane, as the noose gets tighter around his neck, as the prosecutor comes a calling, as all of a sudden Donald's chances look pretty bad of winning a second term. And if Donald Trump's not there for a second term, I can tell you that it'll be a party in many businesses, in many capitals around the world. These people don't like him. Now, despite the fact that he's a nasty piece of shit and sultans and all that, the other world leaders are not willing to stoop that low. And I think I'm sensing that there's more and more of a strategy. Well, let's just wait this guy out. Of course, he's a crazy son of a bitch. The American public are starting to realize it. Why get in a fight? Why waste your time? Just let him go and let him do what he wants to do. He'll be gone. And then when he's gone, and then we'll have conversations. I can tell you for a fact that several key Republicans on several key committees in discussion with their counterparts and people that were at one time regarded as our allies and friends until Donald Trump came along and tried to turn them into enemies, that are looking at it from the standpoint of, like, just wait this guy out. This crazy shit will end, and the days of Donald Trump will be forever over with. And I can tell you that it's moving in that direction. People are very seriously considering another strategy besides confronting Donald Trump. People are considering another strategy, saying, well, listen, let's tailor our sanctions to go after the stupid majority that vote for him. College-educated voters, by the way, I learned a lot from what we saw in the statistics. College-educated voters are almost universally against Donald Trump, Republican, Democrat, Independent. So his whole base is the stupid money. Okay? So that means he's got to pander to them. The more he panders to the stupid money, and the more he doesn't deliver, well, the uglier this gets. And the stupid money's loyalty, although very firm now, is, how can I put this? Sometimes they even scratch their ass and figure it out. I know it takes a long time. Now, of course, there's too many vowels and too many syllables in the words. That gives them a little trouble. And, adding, subtract, okay, the algebra is a little tough, but calculus, forget it. So these are not people that are a long study. And these are not people that have a long attention span. So he's got to rile up the base. Hang on, green tea time. What is it about this stuff? I don't know. So he's got to keep them riled up and jazzed. And that means publicity stunts, more confrontation, more dumb, stupid-ass shit, that he's going to talk about. Now, remember, the prosecutors, though, you got a prosecutor there who hasn't spoken yet. And the question is, what is he going to say when it's his turn to speak? And if I was Donald, I would be real worried. I was extremely upset and worried. And so as I look at this, more and more I see this moving in a direction that I know Donald Trump wants you to think he's got the election won. But guys, I got to tell you, I see more and more of these people that represent the Trump chumps that he can't hold. He has lost the East and West Coast. And he can try to make it that they're enemies of America and not loyal and all that, but that is just plain not true. And as he does that, as he tries to attack the people who he knows he's not going to vote at him, he then alienates more and more people. See, here's what's happening. It's a very interesting dynamic when you have to look at it. He's already got the stupid money. There's no doubt about it. The stupid majority. So, in order to keep them, he has to get more outrageous and more trade sanctions. And I'm tired of America being taken advantage of other people. That will not happen with his administration. Fine. So what did you do about Kim Yum Nunchucks? Okay, I mean, he's been neutralized. So the point is that he's got to move in that direction. Now, as he does that, well, obviously he's got to get more outrageous. It's kind of like one time one elephant and a juggler was okay in the circus, and he had 3 rings with the high wire at the trapeze, the clown car, and you got to give him a bigger and bigger show to get their attention. Now, as Donald Trump's show gets bigger, and it will, listen to me, it will, something big's going to happen. The other problem he's got is the more dumb shit he does, the more people he loses. The more people he loses, the more the congressional districts go down. And he cannot maintain a lead in the House and Senate with the Midwest only, okay? So he's got to pick up the swing in between, and he's losing those swing people. So there is a path to a complete and utter Trump devastation in the midterm elections that costs in the House and Senate and brings a majority. Now, here's another thing. If it's close, there are enough Republicans that will jump ships. He's got another problem, and this is one that they're not talking about, but I've seen some pretty good polling. This goes like, yeah, I gotta put up with his asshole for now. But if he's not going to win a second term as President of the United States, I'm going to throw his ass under the bus and become the hero. So now what's happened is he could win the Senate, but there are enough Republicans tired of his bullshit that will rise up in rebellion and vote with the Democrats and vote impeachment. I say the odds of Donald Trump getting impeached, okay, let me back up. Impeachment and conviction are two different things. What do I see the odds of a bill of impeachment and questions that are very serious and investigations about Donald Trump going forward after the midterm elections? 100%. What do I see the chances of a constitutional crisis as they start moving on him? 80%. And what do I see as a potential for Donald Trump never making it to his next elections and him being impeached and resigning? 70%. Now, if you put that in context with a recession, if you put that in with his ruling by executive order, these trade disputes, you can see where there is a big-ass problem brewing. This problem will be a constitutional one. It will be an economic one, and we do not believe Donald Trump can survive it. Now, he may survive it as president, but, he'll give new meaning to quack, quack, quack. Ah, lame duck. Oh, I can't walk, quack, quack, quack. Because he is really in trouble. He is really unpopular. Even among you. I mean, look how your opinion and my opinion has changed, right? I mean, we've gone down the road now where it's like, yeah, we need to get rid of him. It's gone too far. This crazy shit is too much. He needs to be gone for the good of the country. And I think we all agree with it. We all agree this trade war is some stupid shit. It's not doing anybody any good. And it's blowing up in his face, and he's not managing it correctly. And I think we all agree that his confrontational style is costing us dearly. So I don't know about you, but I would look forward to Donald Trump being impeached and thrown out of office. I even think that his vice president would like to see him impeached, Pence. Now, I admit Pence is not a rocket scientist, and there's some problems, but you can do a lot better with Pence than you're going to do with Trump. So this is my warning to you that what we have seen confirms our opinion that the Trump presidency is in dire straits, and the odds of Trump being impeached and thrown out of office are the highest they've ever been.